So from today, we'll see a few topics like mostly like the concepts of the word embedding. Then we will also go through the concepts of this sequence processing. When sequence of words are given, okay, how the text is being processed, that also we'll go to see. So it means like indirectly what we'll be seeing is that we'll see some concepts of word embedding techniques. Then after word embedding techniques, we will also enter into the sequence processing neural networks like this RNN, LSTM, like that encoders, transformers, okay, attention mechanisms, like that we'll go through that concepts, okay. Um, then again we'll come back maybe like afterwards we may go into the sound processing, that also we will go on with that, okay. So here like many students have also joined newly, some PhD scholars and some other research scholars also they have joined. So just I am giving also a brush up of few things what we have covered and what is required basically in this text processing. Will not enter very deeply into all the concepts what we have already covered, but just I will be also going through some of the basic things, okay. So text processing basically is the process of deriving meaningful information from natural language text for further analysis of NLP applications. We have seen so many, we have already covered some 13 classes already has been taken. So those who are new to the class, please just have a brush up of those topics. Maybe like I will ask you, you can ask your friends who are attending the class, and then you can take the topics and then brush yourself with that topics. So text processing usually involves the process of structuring the input text, deriving some patterns within the structured text, and finally evaluating and interpreting the output. So whatever, maybe let us enter into the things like why we need this text processing. The reason is that with the advancement of technology, most of the data, so here it is given like in some statistics around or approximately 85% is in unstructured textual data only, okay. And we need better techniques and algorithms to extract useful and interesting information from the large amount of generated text. Hence, this text processing or sometimes like text mining or information extraction comes into picture and helps for extracting interesting and useful patterns. And mostly these topics sometimes are dealt outside NLP, like in the data mining classes, or maybe like information extraction classes, or maybe like data this text mining classes and all. We can deal there also. But since they are common, like we require in the concept of NLP also, we are supposed to deal in this class also. If you go for why basically we need this text processing, earlier also we have seen some statistics that has been shown to you in some classes, right? If you see now the slide that is given, that is the fourth slide which is given shown to you. I hope it's visible. The fourth slide is visible to you all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, fine, very good. So you see how many internet users are there in this world. Just some figures that was like a few months back which was taken, and you see here like more than 3 billion internet users are there, and more than 1 billion websites are available. And you know how many mails have been sent in a single day, how many searches have been made in a single day, and how many blog posts are written and tweets that are being done in a single day. You can just see that these are very big figures basically, right? The same thing almost if you chunk it down for a single minute of the day. I hope in my previous slides one day, in the introductory slides of NLP also, I was showing you like how much of data is being generated in a single minute, right? I took all this from the Domo Sapiens website. If you see there, in 2020, every minute of the day, how much data is being generated is shown here. You can just see that like how many, so many, these are some glimpses only, okay? These are some glimpses and which are to be highlighted just only. You just see it like there are so many companies: Zoom, Reddit, Netflix, Doordash, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Microsoft Teams. Okay, you can just see here: Amazon, Instagram, Spotify, Venmo, TikTok, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Facebook, and some other transactional data also is being given, like how much how much money is being spent by the consumers online in a single minute also is given on the right hand side if you see it. And on the left hand side, if you go on seeing that one, like dollars that are being spent on mobile apps, and you can see like uh, how many people make the video or voice calls in a single minute. All these are very big figures, right? Very big figures. And if you take it into consideration, just it was in 2020, every minute of the day, how much the data is being generated. It is being shown here. So again, we come back here. We can say that the world puts out as much as 2.5 exabytes of data every day, which in turn it means that 90 years of worth high definition videos, or something like 530 million songs, or 150 million iPhones, or maybe like the companies are frantically looking for effective means of extracting the gold rush of the data. So definitely we require this text processing is one of the most used ways. So the text processing, for text processing, NLP techniques are the best. Okay, NLP techniques are the best when we use it, and so that we can get the exact result. And if you see here, a messenger chatbot allows organizations to engage personally with customers. It is expected. We have also seen that like there is a prediction by Gartner. Yeah, it is there down the line, which states that over 85% of the customer enterprise relationship will happen without much human interaction by the year 2020. Almost it is happening, and still maybe like nowadays you see that everywhere there is like IVRA system, right? You call to any call center directly. You are not going to get the number or the customer. You call even mobile telecom companies, or maybe like some other companies, any automobile company, or any customer support. You can easily see that, like first of all, for that customer support numbers, if, as soon as you dial, you are going to get it, the toll free numbers, or maybe like the customer support numbers or helpline numbers. All these basically they give, first of all, the IVRS output, right? So for doing this, you press 1, 2, 3. This is one of the means, or maybe like, so with the advancement of natural language processing techniques, directly, even as if like a human is chatting with you, or human is interacting with you, that is either voice based or chat based. You see even IRCTC or many other companies, okay, when you open it, you can see that like you can chat with that helpline, right? So there are chatbots already designed. So it is expected that almost all the companies are going to have this customer enterprise relationship with chatbots, almost like, or you can say that like messaging apps. Now we understand that data is represented. How a data is represented in computer. Why we need to see this data representation is that okay, we are generating a very huge lump sum of data, but how this data is represented in computer we know. Okay, we are just a small video has been given for you, but just to see it here, like how a data is being generated in or how they are represented in computer. This is why we need to learn this one, how the data is represented, basically like how the text is represented, or maybe like what is the use of word embedding, we'll come to know shortly. Okay, that's why a small video is given here, but maybe like probably it is not playing. Let me skip it, this one, no issue. Okay, so if you see here, just some textual data also, textual facts also have been given to you. All data is represented in 0 or 1. If you take a character, it can be represented using a byte. Similarly, a sequence of characters is like a word or sequence or some paragraphs can be represented using some sequence of bytes. If you take an image, it's constructed using millions of pixels, and each pixel has a color, and each color can be again, it can comprise of RGB, the red, green and blue. So you know that all the 16 million colors what you find in your system can be represented, or it can be configured using different proportionates of this red, green and blue only, right? RGB. So each of this base color can be represented using a byte. So a typical video or graphics has 30 images per second. That is well understood. And similarly, if you take the sound, so these are various types of data that we are representing in a computer, right? Either whether it is a number, okay, a number or a number or a character, whatever may be, okay, or maybe a image or a sound. So if you take a sound, so every sound is basically a series of vibrations in a, and these vibrations can be represented graphically as a waveform. Why? We need to understand this one, because when we are studying about the speech processing, that time again we come back again to this sound. Okay, so every sound is basically a series of vibrations in air, and vibrations can be represented graphically as a waveform. So any point in the waveform can be represented as a number, right? And similarly, any sound can be broken down into a series of numbers like that. So when you are speaking also, when we are speaking, what is basically happening when we are speaking? From the abdomen, okay, or from the lungs, you are throwing out the air outside. And how the vibrations takes place with the vocal cord, right? Depending upon that only the sound comes out, right? There is a vocal cord in every sound processing unit, or like every human or every living being, okay, you can say that. So the basically the air is pumped from within your lungs. Okay, once the air is pumped, then the air basically comes out, and while in the process of coming out, how the vocal cords react, okay, how the chords, we call that like vocal cords or the chords, how they react, based on that one only, like what is the type of sound that is being produced, either I am speaking or you are speaking, how it is being done. Let us see that things later in our speech processing classes. Okay, So we have seen so many group of applications also, we have seen it earlier. So the basic structure of a text processing is also given here. Like you have a application interface for interacting with the users, and we have the NLP layer or the natural language layer. So you interact with that NLP layer. The NLP layer basically interacts with the knowledge base and also the interaction history and analytics. So what you can, with this knowledge base, you can process the NLP layer, process it, and then it can give you the data, and then that interaction history or analytics can be attained to the user. Right? This is the basic structure. We have shown this one also earlier in some of our class, one of our class. So another, just a glimpse once again, like we have seen about various stages of NLP also. Just this is just I am giving it for people who have not been attending this class. Okay, so we have an input sequence or input sentence. Sentence is nothing but the sequence of characters or sequence of words. Now, so we have a morphological processing. So data existing, this sentence, whatever it is given, it may exist in different forms, or it may derive different meanings and all. So the form of extracting or getting out the exact form, morphological structure, then checking out whether they are syntactically correct using the lexicon and the grammar. So before this one, like before the syntactical analysis, we can go for the lexical analysis also. But since they are combined together, if lexical analysis is used as a separate unit, then lexicon, we use lexicon as an input for that lexical analysis. And for syntax analysis, the input is the grammar. Once the syntax is being derived, then we try to get the semantic analysis or the exact meaning of that one. Not exact meaning, basically derive the meaning. Okay. So we use some semantic rules for that one, deriving the meaning of that. Then we try to get the meaning with respect to situational analysis, pragmatic analysis, or depending upon the context. So the contextual information has to be given as an input to this pragmatics. Then still we wanted to get the exact meaning, what the user intends, that we can do with the discourse analysis, provided there is a series of connection. Okay, so the connection information has to be provided to the discourse analysis. So it means that, like whatever we have seen examples also for each of these modules, right, or these stages. So you can say that, like the text pre-processing, basically like you need to do the pre-processing also sometimes. Basically we need to do it, okay, this pre-processing, but it is not, as I said you, that it is not always a hard and fast and rule that you have to do pre-processing, but when you do pre-processing, things will be right. Okay, it means that your algorithms, whatever the algorithms, they need not take the overhead of doing the pre-processing activities. So you have a corpus. These corpus need to be undergone with the pre-processing activities. So in the process of pre-processing, you know that you must have studied even in your data mining or text mining or information retrieval like classes or like yes, please.
Which slide are you on, sir?
Yes, we are having a slide. I am into 12th slide.
Sir, our screen is stuck at 8.
Oh, you were stuck with 8.
Yes, sir.
Now?
No, sir.
No,
Still 8.
sir, still it was 8.
Till now?
Yes, sir, still 8.
Now it's changed, right?
No, sir, it's still 8.
Still 8.
Now please check it once.
Still
No,
8.
sir, it's still 8.
Yeah, just gone, sir. 9.
9, I am into 12. Actually, I stopped sharing and then I have again started sharing it again once again. Okay, I will do one thing. I'm just posting this slide there once, okay, so that you can also parallelly go through. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But please, my humble request is that please do not share the slides to with anybody else. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm just posting this slide. Wait. Because I need to make some modifications also. Please make sure that you do not share with anybody else. Did you get it?
Null stages.
Yes, sir.
At least did you get the slide that 12 slide 12?
Slide 11, sir.
11.
Yeah, you got anything, right? Word embeddings, just you open it, that one. Everybody got it?
Sir, we got the
Sir, it's not
PDF from,
opening,
but
sir.
whenever we open, there is an error. Says
Yes, sir,
failed
it's
to
not
load
opening.
PDF document.
What is it saying?
Sir, it says failed to load PDF document.
It is showing me updating here. Just 1 minute. Let us see if we'll get it that. Now, do you get it? Please just check it once. Please check it once.
No, sir, still error is coming.
No, sir.
Still not got it.
Yes, sir.
back later. I will call you. Okay, bye. Yeah. Did you get? Have you received? Hello, have you received it? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're
Ah,
audible,
what?
but it's still an
Yes, sir. You are
Yes,
audible.
yes. Okay, we'll do one thing then. You just download today. I have uploaded one file. You download it. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Then we will have the class. Okay, please make sure that you everybody download in your system so that when I am speaking, at least my voice, and then you can just going to next slide. If I say, then you can just switch on to the next slide. Then we can see it that one. Okay. So please make sure that I am just downloading the attendance. Uh,
But sir, the file is not opening.
Maybe it is slow. That's why it is showing me updating. Okay. In my system, it is showing me that it is updating. Okay. Updating one item. It is still showing. But still, if it is not coming, also I will re-upload. If you do not get within half an hour or 1 hour, you please just ping me once. In MS Team only, you just ping me. I'm going to just again upload it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, then you can leave. Then I have downloaded the attendance. You can leave now. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
they will have